Welcome to day 679 of our Web3 journey. Today is also going to be our last day on making these videos. Today is also the last day of the DeSocial World sponsorship. So thanks to Ado for that. And Brian and I wrote a letter to the community kind of explaining why we decided to stop these videos. It's been great. I'm just going to read the video. I'm going to read the letter. The past 679 days that we have spent on DeSo have been a tremendous experience. We've met so many great people, learned so much about blockchain technology, and interacted with so many great projects, teams, and entrepreneurs. In addition to the amazing community, we were fortunate enough to receive Octane Funding to build NFTZ.me with our amazing team, Martijn, Bas, Wouter. Everyone from the DeSo core team to the OGs who only stuck around for a few weeks, and also those who have stuck around since the beginning, made an impact on us in a mostly positive way. And I mean, when I say mostly, I mean 99.9% of it was positive. People would often ask us how we remain consistent on DeSo, despite our videos only receiving 75 to 200, maybe 300 views each. We were able to do so because we truly believe that DeSo could make a positive impact in the world. We believe that being consistent would reward us in the long run. After all, researching the daily happenings on DeSo made us pseudo-experts on the technology and the community at hand. We believe that this would be of great benefit if DeSo were to hit it big and go mainstream, which it still may. At the same time, we thoroughly enjoyed doing what we were doing. And I can't emphasize that enough. We spent several hours a day gathering news, writing our outlines, recording our videos, and then editing them. Brian was the one who edited them, of course. Every morning from about 6:30 a.m. when I woke up after getting my kids ready for school to 10:15 a.m. or so, we would be heads down working on our videos because we felt it was important for the community to be able to quickly and easily get a recap of the day's DeSo news. The rest of the day would then be spent working with our team at NFTZ, Martijn, Bas, and Wouter, talking to the community members about improvements we needed to make to NFTZ and providing our team with the feedback on the development of the app. Our full-time job, you could say, has been DeSoing for the last 679 days. 679 days, it just seems crazy how long it's been. Without any pay or any expectations of pay, other than a few early creator coin buys. There were a few big early creator coin buys, diamonds we received, and a few small NFT sales that we had. It was well worth it and such a great learning experience. We wouldn't trade it for the world. Today is bittersweet though. We knew that this day might end up coming, but had hoped it would not. We had planned to make these videos for the next 10 to 20 years. Really, we did. However, with the latest bear market, things have changed. For the past 6 to 7 months, we have been trying to raise NFTZ funding, but unfortunately, we're unable so far in this bearish climate. While DeSo has been nothing but great to us in the last 2 years or so we've been here, we do feel that there have been some bumps along the way as we sought additional funding for NFTZ. We won't get into the nitty-gritty details of it all, as the bear market has had its effects on a lot of things. But we do feel we were misled on several occasions. We feel the core team could do much more for developers and for the community who helped bring them to this point. We all kind of helped bring them to this point. We get it, though. We definitely get it. DeSo is hoping to find the next viral app that does for the blockchain what BitClout did in the early days, for those who remember BitClout. It makes sense to some degree. If you get one app to go super viral, all of the other apps on the chain suddenly become much less important. But we don't think that some of the core team realizes that community and reputation are a huge factor in the future growth possibilities. If you get a bad reputation, that's going to be hard to overcome. We've seen it with the early opponents of BitClout, who were calling it a scam. And we believe that DeSo is very close to manifesting its own reputation of not caring enough about community or about the developers on the blockchain. We've seen some things firsthand, as has just about every other developer on the blockchain, at least those who we have spoken with. The core team is made up of great people, though, and tremendous talent. So by no means is this a personal attack on anyone at DeSo. If anything, it's just a little bit of friendly advice based entirely on our opinions and our experience, which may or may not be entirely accurate. It's just an account of our view and maybe not the greater whole. For now, we will be pausing our daily videos, as we have been feeling much less motivated to spend so much time here. With this said, however, we don't plan to leave DeSo or give up on it. We love this community. We also don't plan to sell any of our DeSo that we have on the actual platform or our creator coins anytime, at least in the next several months, probably longer. NFTZ.me and services will remain as is for now, and we still have some updates planned, such as ETH support, saved preferences, 3D, and more. We have funds to continue to run as is for quite some time, while we are still trying to raise funding from elsewhere. If that does not succeed, we'll do everything possible, and I mean everything, to make sure NFTZ will keep running. We'll try and figure out the best way to do that if we need to. We'll keep you updated about everything as we always have done. Check BitClout for those who use it. Will close down soon. While being pushed hard in its direction, we don't see Open Fund as a viable route to raise the funds that we need currently, nor do we feel legally secure in using it as a fundraising platform at this time. Brian and I have talked about this a lot in the past. There's some things that we worry about as far as regulators coming in and saying, you raise funding, this is not a legal means. I know Natter got lawyers who signed off on things, but we still just don't feel 100% confident in that. We are grateful for our Octane funding and grateful to the core team for initially believing in us. We were fortunate enough to get equity funding from the Octane Fund, while so many other great developers and teams didn't have that opportunity. With the upcoming hackathon at Princeton, we really hope that DeSo doesn't abandon good projects just because they don't think they have the potential to go viral. It's not just viral apps that we believe make a blockchain ecosystem thrive. It's also the consistent developers who are there for the community at every turn along the way, steadily building and innovating at a consistent pace. Every app doesn't need to be a viral growth hack. An ecosystem needs reliability and consistency as well. We beg DeSo not to mislead developers with promises of funding if they do X, Y, and Z, only to leave them empty-handed after doing so. We believe everything in life is a learning experience, and we will continue to learn every day. Keep going strong, DeSo. Thank you so much to those who made the past 679 days awesome.
Yeah, and before I get to a list of some people I want to thank, and I'm sure we're going to leave a lot out, I just want to say, I don't see the last 679 days as a waste. I've learned a great deal about decentralization, about DeSo, about how to edit videos, about how to create videos and engage with audiences. So
about how to better interview people by interviewing people in DeSo.
And so it's all been worth it. Like I never see doing something that just because it doesn't make you money as unsuccessful, because I feel like we've learned so much. And I just want to say, I think that, like Ed said, I think that developers need to be treated better here. I think that there needs to be a lot of better communication, and you don't make promises to people and then renege on them leaving them kind of in the dark and not knowing what's going on. I think that's not the best way to run things. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but just throwing that out there. And I want to just thank M. Van Halen, of course, that's Martine, who has been wonderful building NFTZ. I mean, whatever we tell him, if we say, hey, we need this, it's done. And he's tremendously talented.
Oh, and I
done
also want to
amazing.
say, I want to interrupt. I want to say that we will be working with the NFTZ team on something else too. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and adding to that, I think that making promises to developers in order to keep them on DeSo and then not coming through, I think like things like that can rub people the wrong way. But Boss, which is NFT Van Halen, amazing artist, amazing NFT creator, amazing guy. We got to hang out with him in LA, of course. Mucha Sats, who's Walter Van Halen, super talented, awesome guy. Still going to be working with all three of these guys on NFTZ and maybe another project that we're going to be building. Goldberry, our unofficial intern. Sarah is amazing. Thank you so much. Of course, we're going to stay in touch with you. Of course, we're going to remain on DeSo, right? Michelle Lord, probably one of the first people we really communicated with a lot on Clubhouse back when DeSo really started when BitClout started getting off the ground. She's amazing. Her story is amazing. And I'm so happy to see her find success off of DeSo, on DeSo. She's just an amazing person. William Laurent. I talk to William like every day, and we go back and forth. We just talk about all kinds of stuff. And he is doing amazing things off of DeSo as well, with Definity, with his book. Just great guy. Great. If you want important information about blockchain technology, William has it. Clay Oglesby, great NFT artist, great guy, great OG. He's provided so much help for NFTZ, giving us feedback, giving us ideas. Just can't say enough
New
good things
father
about
too.
him.
He's a new father, and
Yeah,
congratulations, Clay.
Congrats. I saw your post today about the birth date of your son or daughter. I forget. I screwed that up, I'm sure. It would have been today, but she was born early, or he. I'm sorry, I should have prepared better for that. But Clout Women Unite, doing amazing things for women on social media, on Web3, on DeSo. Great job. Keep doing what you're doing. Rihan Ree, Striga, Skin Lover, Happy Rabbit, Miami, Japan, Yuchi, Kayla Carew, Night 10, Paul O'Brien, Pixelangelo, Our Pete, Cold Lux, Simon Charlie, Matreshka, great person. It's great community outreach person. I just can't say enough good things about her as well. Darian Parrish, super smart, super informative. Another guy that if you really want to know about blockchain, talk to him. If you need opinions on things, talk to him. Salil Sethi, talk to him. Every week I talk to him, and he always provides great feedback. If you need somebody to bounce ideas off of, he's amazing. And of course, he runs Open Prosper, and he's doing a lot of great things within the crypto space. But I think most importantly, he's just such an awesome, amazing dude. Ado from DeSocial World, another great person who obviously I think he should get funding. I think that the work he has put in here has been unparalleled by anybody. And it's a shame that he himself is having problems raising money. And I think he deserves to be able to stick around and keep building because he's doing amazing things. Design Stud, Luis and Lucy, I talk to them often. They are, of course, building Story, doing great things with Story, working with Reval, who is an amazing developer, DeSoFi, of course, and also helping with Story. Great team of people. They too, I feel, deserve funding. They've been working so hard, and it's sad to see people get funding that are just coming onto DeSo today, but then all these older projects are kind of being left by the wayside when they're the ones that have been sticking with DeSo the most. Dharmesh, he has provided so much great feedback to us, to the DeSo community. I think that he's one of DeSo's biggest cheerleaders. And I hope he sticks around and keeps giving feedback, whether it's constructive criticism or just pushing through his ideas and his philosophies that everybody can use. High key, got to meet them in Miami, really high energy guys, doing great things all over the place, not just on DeSo. I think they have tremendous value because they have connections to celebrities, and I hope they stick around and they can kind of bring some more people to DeSo as things grow. Clout Punk, great NFT series, of course. One of our favorite, obviously. Elric Ericos, we got to meet him in Miami. Amazing photographer. I think we bought his first NFTs. We still have it. Alex Tomo, got to meet him in LA. Alex has been a tremendous help with us with NFTZ, giving feedback. He's just a great person. Just had to give him a shout out. Zirkles, the whole team at Zirkles, they're doing amazing things. And it's just another project that I feel kind of went unnoticed by the core team. And they built a medium style node, but I feel they were kind of ignored. And hopefully that changes as well. Brutal, another great developer. Brutal is brutal at times, but I think Brutal has a soft side sometimes. Don't tell anybody that. But another great developer, and I think he deserves some funding too. And I'm not talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, just a little bit of money. The amount of money that you're probably going to be offering some of the developers at Princeton, I think just little bits help. Show appreciation, show gratitude towards these people that have been building for a year or two. I think that's important. Stargazer, amazing guy. He's been doing amazing things, developing. He's been just a fixture of the community. There's diamond showers are always welcome. Nathan Wells, amazing NFT artist, great guy, doing so much for DeSo, deserves so much credit. Itzaditya is just constantly building, and he has so many amazing projects, and just thinking outside the box, bringing new ways of thinking to DeSo and trying to increase engagement. I feel like he's doing the work that the entire core team, like the core team, should be doing as well. Itzaditya, amazing job. Just stick with it. I think that eventually you're going to see the benefit. Studio Richards, Tobias Schmid, Shady Acres, Wildography, Kenny J, Diane 4IK, Ben Ursing, such amazing, very smart guy, provided so much feedback to us, always making great posts. One Dolinsky, subscriptions, Chris, subscriptions, they're coming, I hope. Sean Slater, another great developer.
Yeah, Jody Bossert, I want to add him.
Yeah.
Jody Bossert, I don't think we mentioned him. And I do really want to thank the core team, and to their credit, Mulsify did just put out a post about marketing and that they do have plans to do massive marketing, but they're still waiting.
And it makes sense. It makes sense.
Mulsified, thanks for all of the great input you have given us on NFTZ. I mean, so much of it has been so valuable to us. And thanks to everybody else at the core team. Thanks to May Beam for all the help you've given. Thanks to Lazy Nina for all the help you've given to Martine as he's been developing NFTZ. Thanks to Ash DeSo for the great insights you've provided. Thanks to Dylan for just like sticking by DeSo and really getting the community pumped about it. Thanks to Natter for everything you've done. And I just want to say thanks to the entire core team. Just by no means are we attacking them or anything.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's hard. It's hard to run a layer one blockchain, and there's decisions you have to make that might not always please everybody. And we totally understand that. I hope that it's everything's a learning experience. And I hope and I think that DeSo will grow over the coming months, learning what to do, what not to do. And this video by no means is an attack on the core team, an attack on Natter. I just think that things could be done differently. And I I hope that this video helps kind of push you in that direction.
Yeah, and this might not be our last video. It's going to be our last consecutive video. Actually,
Right.
we skipped a video yesterday, so 2 days ago was the last consecutive one. But maybe DeSo goes mainstream and we come back and we continue doing this. Who knows?
Yeah,
You never
and
know.
we don't have to come back. We'll still be here posting, but video wise, I think it's just a lot of work, and we love doing it, but it's just our heart's not in it like it was.
Well, everybody have a great rest of your day, and we won't talk to you tomorrow, at least not on these videos.